Hi, my name is Brixton Ewald, and today I'll be providing the Under Armour Corporation with a couple of recommendations and suggestions on how I think they can grow their audience and expand into new markets. Now, the first market I think Under Armour should really try to blitz is soccer. They currently sell a variety of cleats and shin guards, but it's not something they're known for, and it's not something that people usually buy from them. Soccer is a growing sport right now, and it is going to continue to see drastic increases in viewership. Its participation rates are also at an all-time high because parents are taking their kids out of more unsafe sports such as football and moving them to soccer. And I think it would be a huge opportunity for Under Armour to try to take advantage of this. Soccer viewership is also increasing. The World Cup is coming to the country in 2026, which will introduce the sport to a whole lot of new Americans who don't really follow it and don't really support it at a high level. And the Copa America is also coming to the country in this coming summer of 2024. And I think it would be perfect for Under Armour to try to take advantage of this. I think the best way for them to do this would be to start producing jerseys and equipment and supplying it to high schools and middle school teams, or even at the very youngest level, AYSO teams, and providing these teams with their equipment, trying to get their company's name into the sport. At the high school level, I think it would be a very good idea to create jerseys for the school, create and design their equipment and supply it to them. This will get their name into there and allow them to build upon this at higher levels, such as the NWSL, the National Women's Soccer League, or the MLS. Both of these leagues are seeing huge viewership, and opportunity to get into them is there. Jerseys and most soccer equipment is currently made by 3 companies, Puma, Nike, and Adidas. But there is room for Under Armour to get in there and partner with some of these teams that don't necessarily have the huge market. Under Armour, they're not going to be able to partner with teams in England or teams in Spain, but it is possible for them to get into America. And these coming tournaments and this increase in viewership will likely return their investment on this situation. And the second suggestion that I have for Under Armour is to invest in new athletes. You see companies such as Adidas and Nike who sign these athletes at a college level, and they're then with them through their whole careers. Guys like LeBron James have lifetime deals with Nike and have made Nike millions and millions of dollars. And while Under Armour does have a very large base of athletes, they have guys such as Tom Brady, Usain Bolt. These guys are not playing. Tom Brady and Usain Bolt, I would say, are 2 of their 3 biggest athletes, their third being Steph Curry. However, Steph Curry is also on the back end of his basketballing career. He's only going to be in the league for a few more years, and outside of Steph, they don't really have anyone in the NBA. They have Joel Embiid, who is the current reigning MVP, but after that, they have a huge drop-off, and their third biggest is Dennis Smith Jr., who has never been an all-star. He has potential, but he's not at the level of an Under Armour athlete, and he is not able to be the face of their basketballing side of business in 2 or 3 years' time. And I think it is vital for Under Armour to try to get some of these guys who are coming over from Europe. The NBA has seen huge increases in guys coming from Europe. Some of their best players now, like Luka Doncic, they are coming from Europe. Giannis, these guys are all coming from Europe, and I think it would be huge for Under Armour if they could sign some of these guys to contracts to be the face of their brand once Steph and Embiid are gone, because they're going to need it. Out of their competitors, as mentioned before, Puma, Adidas, and Nike Under Armour has the lowest annual revenue. Nike's is around 51 billion. Adidas has 23 billion, and Under Armour is just at 5.9 billion, which is still a massive number, but they really need to maintain that. They need to maintain the growth that they've had over the last 10 years, and they need the partnerships of these athletes to do it. Under Armour sells a lot of basketball apparel, a lot of accessories that you see at your local gyms, you see on NBA courts, and they need to get these athletes in and backing these products. I think using these ideas, Under Armour could definitely grow their company. I think going back to soccer, they could invest in some of these soccer athletes. You have guys like these American soccer athletes, guys like Christian Pulisic, Weston McKennie, who are already signed to other companies, but there's huge opportunity with U.S. players who don't have brand deals but are on the up. The MLS is sending more and more guys over to Europe every year, and for Under Armour to have partnerships with some of these guys would be huge, and it would expand their company in the U.S. and abroad with these players marketing them and wearing their equipment. Could be wearing their cleats, their shin pads, anything that can get other new customers' attention.